Shalom, shalom. This week's Parsha in Israel is Parshat Chukat, and I'd like to take a quick look at the incident at Meir Meriva, where the nation gathered against Moshe and complained that there was no water, and God told him to take Achicha, Aaron, your brother Aaron, which is interesting that God points out that Aaron is Moshe's brother, and to take the mateh, the staff that's milufnei Hashem from before God, and they should go and talk to the rock and bring forth water. Now, as we know, Moshe, he took the staff, and he went with Aaron and gathered the nation, but they did not speak to the rock. Moshe gave a little bit of a speech, and he accused the nation of being rebellious, and he hit the rock twice, and water came forth. And God said, because of this, that you and Aaron did not sanctify my name, you will not be entering the land of Israel. They're going to die in the desert. And right after that, we're told another story, which I want to look at because it struck me that the same word achicha comes up when Moshe they were going to go on their way, and they wanted to enter the land, that he sent emissaries to Edom. Edom is the descendants of Esav being Yaakov, our forefather's brother. So Edom, they call him Moshe said, so said your brother Israel is the brother of Edom, Yaakov, and Esav. And then he goes into a lengthy speech about letting us pass. And you can look at it, very long, very verbose. Edom did not let them pass in the end, and came out to war against them. But it's very curious and odd to me that this word comes up, brother, in terms of referring in a story to either Aaron or Edom. And I thought that there must be a connection. And I think that the connection here is, and it has to do a little bit with everything that was going on in Aaron's life, per se. Because if we look at when Aaron's two sons passed away, and we're told, Vayidom Aaron, that Aaron went silent. He was lost for words. He couldn't speak. It was very, very traumatic for him that his two sons had died. And family was super important to Aaron. He was always very close. He was there for Moshe all the time as a mouthpiece. He was trying to help the people. He saw the people, the nation, as his brothers, and was always very helpful, always helping them with words. So for him to be silent after that was big. And if you look through the Parshiot, Aaron doesn't really speak since then. Right after the incident when he didn't eat from the korban, so Moshe was angry, and he asked him. He answered him, "I'm going through all this. You think God would be happy if I did that?" And I think that ever since then he was silent, and he wasn't the same Aaron. He did his tafkid, his job as a Kohen Gadol, whatever was required from whatever God said to do, he did. But I think he lost that desire to go out and to do the extra and to bring people together and to be a mouthpiece. It was so hard for him already with the between the Chet HaEgel and losing his children. I think he just felt like he just couldn't do that anymore. And I think when God told him, Moshe, to take your brother Achicha and speak together, he was trying, what he wanted Moshe to do was to bring that out again in Aaron, that ability to talk, to inspire, to bring the people together as a nation with God presence among them. And this was like a very important time in life to get back to the authentic self of Aaron, and that Moshe Aaron relationship, that they can be there together as brothers, inspiring the people. And I think after the sin, when they didn't do that, that Moshe realized that what the problem was. I think he understood what he didn't do, and that's why he approached Edom. I think he approached him as a brother and went into a very lengthy speech, because I think he was saying, oh, well, maybe that brother-brother relationship, I didn't do that there. Maybe I can do that with the nations. Maybe that will work. And I think that's what he was attempting to do for the nations, because that was in the foremost of his head. And I think it's really important, just as a lesson, because it's very hard, especially as we get older, and I am getting older, that when we make many mistakes in our lives, at a certain point we say, well, just maybe that was the old me, maybe I'm older, maybe I don't have that potential, that ability that I used to have when I was younger. Maybe it's just not for me anymore. And I think what God wants from us is saying, no, if you had a strength, if you had it and it went wrong, just analyze where it went wrong. You still have that strength. Don't lose it. That you know that that's a part of you. That's always a part of you. Your strengths are always a part of you. And where you went wrong might just be tweak that little thing and bring it out, especially when it comes to families and bringing families together, and inspiring other people. Never to lose faith. Just try to learn from the past and to do better. I think that's all God wants from us. From that, I wish you a very good Shabbat Shalom.